Shalom, all praise to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of great most on the real world. Shalom to all the prophets doing the work of Syrian truth. Got this article in USA Today. It says what? New York launches nation's first Maxxine passports. Others are working on similar ideas, but many details must be worked out. So you got the first of what will definitely be many of what Maxxine passports, which they got in what the fuck is it called? State Israel, I believe Greece, and was it Crete? One of the other islands as well was accepting it, and Spain. But I think Spain as well. But I think the EU might be doing their own thing. So it's spreading, and that thing, it's leaning to the mark. There's some details there that, delectable details that make it even clearer. So it says, starting Friday, New Yorkers will be able to pull up a code on their cell phone or a printout to prove they've been vaccinated against C-19 or recently test negative for the thing that causes it. The first in the nation's certification, called the Excelsior Pass, will be useful first at large-scale venues like Madison Square Garden, but next week will be accepted at dozens of event, art, and entertainment venues statewide. It already enabled people to increase the size of a wedding party or other catered events. The app, championed by Governor Andrew Cuomo to support the recovery of industries most affected by the pandemic, is funded by the state and available for free to businesses and anyone with vaccination records or test results in New York. Yeah. So this is basically that the pass to go back to, enjoying life in Babylon, as far as from those in the world. Essentially lets them return to the bliss. So this is like an airline boarding pass. People will be able to prove their health status with a digital QR code or quick response machine readable label. They'll need to download the Excelsior Pass app, enter their name, date of birth, zip code, and answer a series of personal questions to confirm their damn. To confirm their identity. The data will come from the state's Maxxine registry and also will be linked to testing data for a number of pre-approved testing companies. Yeah, so link to your address and your ID. Well, to who you are, because those personal questions, they can have a certain amount of info. So this is what the New York system, built on IBM's digital health pass platform, is provided via blockchain technology. Oh, that's interesting. So neither IBM nor any business. So neither IBM nor any nor any businesses will have access to private medical information. An entertainment value will simply scan the QR code and get a green check or a red X. The new pass is part of a growing but disjointed effort to provide Maxxine passports or certifications, so people won't have to hang on to a dog-eared piece of paper, worry about privacy issues or forgeries, or fork over extra cash to prove they're not contagious. Yeah, so it's been spoken about, and it was only a matter of time. And yeah, it's New York being the first place in the States to push it out. I'm not surprised. And it's they're gonna reopen venues. Different places will reopen off the back of that for sure. Because why? That's the draw. That's the allure. To partake in society, essentially. For you to go out and do, and enjoy yourself. Do all the folly. That's why people in the world are here. Because that's what they're looking for. They're like, if they can't go to a museum or a concert or a whatever, like why are they even alive? They're grinding at work, wanting to jump off a fucking cliff, man. In addition to IBM open source computer experts who provide code anyone can use for free, have been developing such systems, as of retailers like Walmart, which is also offering digital proof of vaccination to anyone who gets a shot in one of its pharmacies. The biggest challenge will be linking these systems together, so people won't need different apps for every venue or use. Well, that's where the federal government comes in, it. Men like Joey B could just say like, okay, look, we're gonna have one, system that will be utilized for or a set standard that will be utilized throughout the country. And what's these things are laying that groundwork, because like even it's even blockchain based. And as well, I did the video a few weeks back about Russia, China chiefly pushing for that crypto one. Russia's looking into it, America's looking into it. So it's the crypto angle is being developed, and it's like with these, and that's the thing as well with the chip, with the mark, it's they're already offering implants, to have your health information on there for doctors to be able to check it if they say it's for older people or people with like extreme allergies or different things, where they say like, look, if you pass out, if you're asphyxiating, then they can just scan that and know. So these are the ways that mark's gonna get pushed out. And this is the thing, is people want to do shit, because Jake ain't really been jumping on the Max, and even a lot of the Jake celebrities as well have you've had those that have been out pushing it, and even that's something. We'll see. But that's one way of how it's promoted. And then what's I gonna say? The biggest channeling is, and no, I've lost it. Okay. So it says, figure out how to piece together these different pieces of the puzzle, said Brian Bellendorf, executive director of Linux Foundation of Public Health, an industry-driven consortium that builds open source software. It's really the nerds getting together in kind of a nerd UN to piece this all together, he said. New York hasn't worked out these connectivity issues yet. Yeah, well, it said UN, so a global system. And that's the thing as well, is like with these Maxxine passports, it's looking like it's going to be global, because you've got different countries already communicating like, okay, we'll accept this. So it looks like a global standard. And then that's just what these things being accepted, let you push in more off the back of it, which is it's leading to that mark, the mark of the beast, which is an implantable chip. So it says, New York hasn't worked out those connectivity issues yet, but hopes to eventually, as well as linking tickets to the Excelsior Pass, so people going to an event at Madison Square Garden, for example, will be able to link their admission and health passes rather than fumbling with multiple apps. So yeah, they're looking to make it similar to or is it China, where they have all their kind of like they tend to do all these different things in one app, and it's like what's it called, like Weibo, where they pay money, or Alipay as well, where they'll pay and they'll have they'll make payments from it. They'll also have access to basically a variety of what's the word? They have access to a variety of services, like government services, through that, and it's all linked, and it's like based on your ID. And then as well, on top of that, what Sesame credits, which they have integrated, like, you know, cameras that kind of track different things. Like if you're pissed off, if you're upset, and then those things are gonna affect your score. So it's all linking all these systems in and centralizing it, which, they're gonna say is for convenience, it's in your best interest. But then what, it's also, it's the same thing with like switching from physical cash to what you call it, like digital. Everything's traceable, everything's trackable, and Esau can kind of play with it how he desires. But people would just be like, hey, they've got their Apple Watch, they've got their contactless phones, contactless cards, all these different things, and they just go slippity slap, tap 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 everywhere. And I'm like, wow, this is so efficient, so easy. And it's also the mindset of people thinking, oh, this is just progress, this is just the future, this is just how it's gonna be. That's why it's like, Elon Musk going out there saying, oh, putting chips in monkeys' brains and all that, and they're controlling blah, blah, blah. All these different things, because why? It's basically the allure. That's the marketing. The allure of, okay, you're becoming some kind of futuristic cyborg. But then you are a big futuristic cyborg slave for the elites. So I said another hurdle will be finding a consistent set of standards. So what counts as an acceptable test of Maxxine in one state or country will count in another. There are at least two competing sets of standards being developed globally to allow secure access to information about Maxxination status, particularly for international travel. Yeah, so it's being developed. Well, I say it's being developed. It's when did it say, from Friday, from Monday? Yeah, from Friday. So that's already out. And hey, it's gonna go to more, man, because like I said, all these things, they're laying the groundwork to get to that mark. Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Yeah, so that mark, that chip is going to require you, is going to be required for you to participate in society, for you to be able to buy and sell, go out, take public transport, buy some chicken from fucking wherever. If you want to get gas for your car, all these things are going to be required. So it's going to be a new monetary system. And that's, hey, you see, everything's going digital. Blockchain technologies done been adopted. It's heading there, man. So yeah, I'll leave it there. Shalom. Shalom.